Good afternoon, Warren Township Schools. This is Dr. Mingle, Superintendent, with a return to school update for August 27, 2020. First of all, to orient ourselves to the calendar, we launched the second part of our registration earlier this week on Tuesday. If you have not yet participated in that, we ask that you do so as soon as possible. There is a lot of really important information that we need to move forward with the opening of school. And participating in that registration is a prerequisite to being able to access the publication of homeroom and bus routing information, which we anticipate being able to do by the end of the day on Friday, August 28th. Please note that that publication date and time of Friday afternoon is tentative, and the information is somewhat tentative as we do still have some changing staffing and student requests that might lead to some adjustments. But we are trying to get that information out by the end of this week so that people have it for their planning purposes. Next week, we have a Board of Education meeting on Monday night with a health, safety, and operations overview related to return to school. All of the video clips that are used as part of that presentation will also be embedded in next week's community briefing for those that can't attend the board meeting or just want to be able to watch those videos as a standalone resource. Next week on Tuesday, September 1st, our staff will return to school facilities. On Thursday, we will have a materials pickup for our Cohort B and our full distance learning students. More information to come in other communications about that process. We will also be doing a medication drop-off at our schools next Thursday, September 3rd, as we do every summer right before schools reopen. Next Friday, September 4th, our kindergarten students will be invited into our facilities for site visits. Information will be coming from the building principals about that, and that will also be the rain date for our material pickup. So a lot going on next week for sure. The following week, we have Labor Day on Monday, September 7th, and then the first day for students in Cohort A on Tuesday, September 8th. We are also in the planning process for our virtual back to school nights, which will take place the week of September 21st. More information to come on that in the future as well, of course. There are a lot of resources in today's community briefing email, so please do make sure you review them carefully. A reminder video, just a couple minutes about student and staff member confidentiality as it pertains to our current environment around academic and health information. There are examples of the communication protocols that will be used in the event of a positive COVID-19 case in a school. Updated information from the state of New Jersey about travel advisories. We are now past the window where students can travel to one of those travel advisory states without needing to quarantine and have that affect the first day of school. So please be sure you're paying close attention. And there are reminders from AlphaBest, including a survey about continued childcare needs if there are some in the community, ways that they might be able to help out with that, and updates about returning to school from the New Jersey Department of Health and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Our principals are sending out school-specific information as well, with a lot of really important information about arrival and dismissal from school and so much more at the building level, which I'm sure you'll find very useful and helpful. So please watch for those emails from our school principals. In addition, the time is now, if you haven't already, to be preparing at home for the return to school facilities or the return to school for those in distance learning. For students who are coming back to our facilities, they will be required to wear face coverings for the vast majority of the school day. So that's up to 4.5 hours with some breaks built in. So it's important that students are practicing proper wearing of face coverings. That CDC link will bring you to some information about ways to prepare for that. In addition, we should be setting reasonable expectations for our kids about what school will look like in the new school year, that it's going to look different than we're used to. There are some resources from the CDC to help with that process as well. And just like any other summer, it's time to begin working towards the return to a typical school day routine with bedtimes and wake-up times and everything else. So resources coming from the building principals on those topics as well, but we wanted to provide some for you here too. And I'd like to conclude by saying that the only way we get through the next couple of weeks is the same way we got through the last 5.5 months, which is together. And so our staff has been working tirelessly over the course of the summer, but now it's time for us to join together on making sure that those plans come to fruition. So although some of those requirements, for example, the requirement that parents on a daily basis will be checking in their students' health information and confirming to us that their students are healthy to come to school, it will be a little bit of a burden every morning. But that is an important part of working together to ensure that everybody is safe and healthy in the schools. And so more to come on our togetherness and Monday's presentation to the Board of Education and the resources we share next Thursday. But we know that together we can accomplish what may seem like unaccomplishable in some places and return our students and our staff members safely to the Warren Township schools. With that, I'll say thank you for your continued attention and support. We look forward to seeing everybody very soon.